Here's that torque roll I talked about. It's still rolling, but actually only by opposing the torque of the engine. And now tail slide, dropping back through the vertical through his own smoke. Similar to the extra, this aircraft stressed to +10, -10. In fact, I do believe it could at one point, it was stressed to +12, -12, which is even more eye-opening. That's 4-point roll as he climbs out, so 3-point roll as he climbs out to our left. You can just see how much performance this aircraft's got, still climbing, even at a relatively low speed there. Probably heard me talk about the control surfaces, the aileron, rudder and elevator. Oh, that's tumble there, out to our right. The elevator's rudder and elevator. P-38, of course, is by Lockheed, and we just saw the Electra earlier on, and you can see the heritage, I think. The Mitchells, to name but 3, they were all kind of disciples of Billy Mitchell. B-25 could get up to, 270, 280 miles an hour if it really needed to, kind of cruising speed of 230. Very versatile. I was talking earlier on about the need to destroy bridges and marshalling yards in advance of D-Day. An absolute non-negotiable prerequisite for that operation across the channel. The actual invasion itself had to clear that airspace, had to slow up the German ability to reinforce the bridgehead once it was formed in Normandy. And it was those medium bombers like the B-25, like the B-26, that were doing the hard yards, flying in low at kind of 1,000 feet, 2,000 feet.
What was that?
Bombing from very, very low heights with incredible precision. And this plane, amazingly, was flying operationally until 1979. Still being used in Korea and Vietnam War. Great way to do its own display now. And honestly, people, we're really lucky to see it flying when Allied air power was really ruling the roost. Served all around the globe, all theatres, Italy, Africa, Far East, of course Northwest Europe as well.
goosebumps watching it, James. It's just a beautiful aeroplane. It's been flown today by Frederick Handelman, one of the Flying Balls pilots, who also flies the Flying Ball DC-6, and he's very much enjoying flying this today.
Yeah, I mean, look at it. You can see how kind of manoeuvrable it is. I mean, it's really much more... It's a bomber, for goodness sake. Look at it. It's sort of... really pretty delicately, isn't it? You know, I see that and I just think of these planes flying in formation over France, I don't know, early May 1944, ahead of the invasion, to attack some bridge over the River Loire or something. But their speed and their agility certainly counted. You know, obviously it's much harder for anti-aircraft guns to hit something that's moving fast. And they were incredibly successful. Another major operation was Operation Strangle, which in April 1944 in Italy, ahead of the last major attack, Operation Diadem, the Battle for Rome, which was launched on the night of the 11th of May 1944. Operation Strangle was, as its name suggests, all about, again, inhibiting the Germans' ability to reinforce the front, destroying railway lines, blowing up bridges, hitting marshalling yards, and yet again, the Mitchells and the other medium bombers were the mainstays of this, operating very successfully in the Mediterranean.
You see the video of this leaving Goodwood Revolver a couple of years ago?
What I was saying.
His wings
My dad was
on
there,
the floor.
he literally just...
Adam lives right next to us. Did you see him? All these went through.
No, I was at work.
Oh.
Yeah. 20.
It's really late at night.
Yeah.
Yes. I think he was like 20 foot off the deck.
Can't in the air, can I say what possible?
I think that's so lush, I've just had to...
Now, looking over to your right, in the lead now we have the P-38, pulling up into a three-ship loop with that P-51 on his left wing and the Corsair on the right. Amazing formation as they apex the top of the loop. The sun popped out just the wrong time there, certainly for all you photographers trying to get that second formation loop.
Mustang giving it a whistle.
P-38 being flown by Raymond Reedman, who sounds like he has the worst job in the world. He is the chief fixed-wing pilot for the Flying Bulls, so he gets to fly all of the fixed-wing aircraft in the Flying Bulls inventory. The DC-6, the B-25, the Lightning, the Mustang and the Corsair. So rather envious of his job.
Do you know, you see the thing in place of like commenting.
Wow, that was a touch.
It's worth pointing out that flying formation aerobatics is a skill in itself, but to do it in 3 different types of aircraft, where the aircraft perform very differently, the speed differential at the top of these manoeuvres, the wing loading as the speed changes, every one of them is different. The pilot's working very hard on doing a grand job doing this routine. Expertly piloting the P-51 is Eskil Amdahl. Eskil is a former Norwegian Air Force test pilot, Airbus test pilot. So he has flown the F-35 Lightning, the F-16, the F-104 Starfighter, the Sea Fury, the Aerobatic Typhoon, and even the MiG-15. So definitely got a lot with lots of different stuff. A very, very experienced test pilot. He's on the left wing of this race flying that P-51. Flying the Corsair is Eric Sywell. Eric is a French pilot who has been flying a lot of various planes throughout his career. He started as a Mirage pilot in the French Air Force. He's flying Spitfire and Corsairs, and with the flying balls. So he's again a very experienced with a space pilot. Now, we've got to show a during the Battle of Britain, Second World War.
Imagine.
I agree with you. I just think it just looks fantastic. Interestingly, it's equipped with the Allison engine, the same one that kind of failed in the Mustang. But where it didn't work, you know, it's horses for courses, isn't it? And an engine that doesn't work in one plane can work brilliantly in another. And P-38 is a case in point, really.
So from the right-hand side, cameras ready for another pass by the Flying Bulls. Escort bringing the P51N to land, and shortly Eric coming in the Corsair. So as Eric touches down to your right in the Corsair, I think you'll agree with me, a thoroughly enjoyable performance by the Flying Bulls. So please show them your appreciation. A round of applause for the Flying Bulls. The two Spitfires you saw get airborne have disappeared. They're just cooling their engines ready for their performance shortly. But soon we're going to have a pair of Fokkers, who you can see have started up on the flight line. That lovely smell of the fuel wafting over us here in the crowd. A beautiful smell. For those who like model aircraft flying, they do actually smell like model aeroplanes as opposed to real ones, but it does smell.
It's cool. They're going. They're making
It's rather novel, taking off straight from the flight line
straight off.
as they go to full power. Who needs a long runway when you've got a triplane or a vintage biplane? I wasn't expecting that, I have to admit.
It's amazing really, because the Fokker triplane is one of the most famous